Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Chat with Amita, Sri Lanka's first and longest running LinkedIn live talk show. Of course, this talk show is supposed to run as a talk show because at the start, I used to go solo, and then I realized that I can't be doing it forever. So I decided to bring an expert to the discussion. Unfortunately, with the power crisis that we have been experiencing, we went for 13 hours of power cuts. So I was unable to get hold of the ideal guess because either I have a power cut or the guests have a power cut. So during that time, I decided to again go all by myself. So we still have the power cut issue. So some days I have great guests and some days I go solo. So today is one such day where I don't have a visitor, I don't have a guest, but then I can see, there are about 20, 25 participants, who are watching this. I would want you to stay with me. Today is a special day after a very long time. I'm gonna uh, do a giveaway today. Uh, I used to do that some time back. I had a friend of mine who used to offer me a book every week for a good 3 months. uh, it was not a sponsorship or anything like that. It was, I would say, we were friends. He said, Amita, hey, why don't you give away a book? I will give it to you. So the organization was Pick a Book. And then I ask a question, and then people used to answer, or I pick randomly somebody. But today, I have another organization who has come forward to help me to, have little fun and also to engage the audience. So if you are watching now, stay with me. Anyway, today's show is not going to be a long one. It's probably last for maybe 30 minutes. And then I'm going to give away ice cream pack, which is good enough for a family of 5. I'll tell about the details. It is actually a business partner of my younger son who has come forward to kind of generously offer me something. I'll tell you the details. So those who have come and joined here from YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook, welcome to Cinnamon Chat with Amita. Today is my uh, 78th episode. I've been running this for 78 weeks. Of course, there was about a good 2 to 2.5 months of a break because of power cuts, but then I started again. That's why, as I told you, either I go all by myself if my guest is unable to join me. So today is one such day. So I talk about many topics, but today is a very, very special day. Worldwide, they celebrate Customer Service Week. It is month of October. Almost all the organizations do celebrate this customer service week in uh, October. And even last year, I did a solo session purely to talk about customer service week. Okay, we have Neil De Silva. Greetings from Vancouver. Wow. Uh, Greetings. And of course, here it is good evening. Probably it's good morning over there. Thank you very much for joining, Neil. So, for those, I can see that there are more people who are here. you you have an opportunity to win an ice cream pack. This is fun. You might think, okay, Amita is mad, he's bringing all this ice cream and all that into the show. Yeah, but because this is governed by me, it's my rules and your rules, it's your show. So Netila, my younger son's business partner, decided to offer me for few weeks. He's going to offer this, so there will be a lucky person, and then I'm going to use a special tool to choose the person. And all this time, what I used to do when I used to give books as a giveaway, I randomly personally pick somebody. which might be considered as unfair. So I'm going to use a tool for the first time to choose the ideal person. Uh, so either you can, have it by yourself, or you can transfer it to someone else who would want to have it. So with that, let's talk about today's topic. Today's topic is about Customer Service Week, and this year's theme is Celebrate Service. Now, let's talk about this customer International Customer Week. When did they start it? Now, Customer Service Week has been celebrated since 1987 in the US. And then slowly it picked up the speed and it became a nationally recognized event when the US Congress in 1992 recognized it. I think it was George W. Bush who signed that document. Ever since it became an official event. So thousands of companies around the globe celebrate uh, the Customer Service Week. In 2021 alone, I think more than 60 countries in the world celebrated this. So what do they do? Customer Service Week invites business leaders to ask how they can do a better job building processes, policies that ensure teams on the front lines feel supported. So this is actually not about celebrating, uh, customers, but it's about celebrating the customer service, the people who support it. The concept of customer service is being celebrated. Yeah. So we have Saumya. Says she's from India. Oh my God. So we have someone from Canada and someone from India. So Neil says customer service in Sri Lanka, tourism, hospitality in India is quite good. But customer service in the government sector needs massive improvement. Neil, talk about it. I think we all have to do it. I think there has to be a cultural shift all over. I agree with you. Yeah. Uh, let's see. We have Anuradha. Hi, Amit. All the best for you for a productive session. Even amidst the power interruptions, sometimes somehow trying to be connected for a productive knowledge sharing. Definitely, Anuradha. It's not easy, but then life has to go on. Uh, I can't just say, hey, I'm not going to do this because of power cuts or whatever. So for those who are here, you have an opportunity to win an ice cream pack for your family. And this is the fun part of it. And you might say, hey, look, such a serious show. And Amita is trying to hold on to us with a with an ice cream pack. I'm going to test a special tool. So let's see how funny or how great it is going to be. So talking about the customer service week, right? So this is a time for organizations to leaderships, the management to go and ask this question: are we doing enough to support the teams to give a great uh, service to the customers? Do your support team have open channels of communication with leadership to share feedback, even to tell, hey, look, I'm overwhelmed, my telephone line is not properly working, my laptop is not working, right? Maybe it is just the supervisor who knows that your equipment is constantly malfunctioning. Is there a way that you could reach the top management, right? I mean, I know some of the organizations like Walmart, the CEOs, the president are on the road meeting the ground staff, knowing that they are okay, that they have all the tools to offer a great service to the customers. So, and then the other thing is, does your business support flexible and remote work? Because if the workers, if the service executives, service managers don't have that flexibility, what will happen is the the pain will be on the customers. Customers will say, hey, look, I'm not getting a great service. Right? Are you investing on training? Of course, happy to share. Looking at Sri Lankan organizations. I do customer care service, for as a corporate trainer. I cover training. Uh, I mean, if you look at these last 10 months, probably, good 50 to 60% of my trainings have been on customer service, because the organization realized it was the pandemic, then the fuel crisis, and so many other problems that we, especially Sri Lankans, are going through. They realized that it's time that they upskill their staff, motivate them, look after them by way of offering them great trainings to suit their uh, requirement. Yeah. So, uh, so if you look at whether organizations are training, my personal experience is most of the organization that I know personally are investing in training their staff. We have Dilani joining from Kadugannawa. Have a great day. I missed a few of the last sessions. Yeah, but then the recordings are available on my YouTube channel. Just type Amita Gamage, AMITHE, Gamage, GAMAGE. You will find them on my YouTube channel. So, uh, So here Neil says we are looking to set up several Canada Lanka enterprise centers in Sri Lanka after the economic situation improves. Yeah, yeah. 2023 is definitely a hopeful year for all of us. Let's see what we can do to help each other. Even this is I'm doing to help the community. So let's see the rest of the area that I'm going to cover. Now, if you ask the customer service agents, the frontline staff, uh, do you know that they feel they have all the software tools they need to make their jobs easier? You, as the manager, you, as the managing director, have you checked those? Yeah, letting chatbots answer common questions that would otherwise bog an agents down goes a long way. Yeah, sometimes it's all about automation, not to automate everything that you need to do, but some of the simplest things could be automated. A chatbot could actually take on very simple job, simple questions, right? So that the heavy workload of a customer service executive could be reduced. Maybe it is time to rethink. I know organizations do look at them, but then if any of senior people who are listening to this, watching this, maybe it's about, going back to the office tomorrow and say, hey, this is customer service week. Let me see what kind of things that I could do. Now, let's look at some of the challenges we, especially in this part of the world. I mean, these are my personal views. You could correct me. Number one, the customer service is not an industry yet in Sri Lanka. Now, you might wonder, what do you mean by industry? Now, ask and see, check around how many people are planning to enter customer service. Hey, I want to be a customer service executive. I want to be a customer service manager. I want to be a customer service director. Have you seen that kind of a trend? Have you seen that there are courses, workshops, like lengthy ones available for someone to be groomed to enter that industry? What about career development, career progress as a customer care professional? Very, very minimal. It's a very small world out there. So it is difficult to build a career in customer service. That's my personal opinion. I mean, if you want to dispute, yes, let's take a look at it. Yeah. And then uh, the recognition that a customer service executive gets is probably low. I'm talking about within the organization. They might want to move. They might say, okay, I'm not growing here. I'm stuck in the same place for last 2 years or 3 years. I want to move up. So I want to move to another department where there is career progression, where there's uh, I can grow my career. I mean, even within large organizations. So someone would join the customer service and would stay there for good 2 to 3 years, and they will say, hey, I want to join another department. So you will find that customer service departments are dominated by very young executives. So it will also have an impact on the service received by customers. I'm not saying that every single organization in this part of the world is doing that, but then, I mean, I'm specifically talking about Sri Lanka, right? Ask yourself. Very rarely somebody would stay in the same department. I mean, think about it. Can we change? Can we create an industry? So there's less recognition, sometimes less appreciation, because sometimes you might feel that you're nobody's department. You don't belong to marketing, you don't belong to sales, you don't belong to maybe HR, because you are everybody's department. So everybody's department becomes nobody's department. So that is another challenge that you have. If you are in customer service, nobody wants to take the full responsibility. And there could be a challenge like customer care department. Even though everybody has to take care of customers, they assign it to a department, and they say, hey, look, customer care department is a cost center. Nobody wants to bear the cost of customer care center. So everybody is like, okay, uh, we don't want to bear your cost. People forget that loyalty, customer loyalty is in that department. Yeah, so I think we need to take that into consideration. I'm sure there are organizations who takes it into consideration, but then I think as an industry we are not doing anything. We are not doing enough. So Neil says all of our salespeople are required to have some education in psychology and customer care. Exactly. Generally, generally people who are in sales are good in customer care, because they know they are the ones who they want their second sale, third sale. At least for that, they are more careful. But then when it comes to customer service department, the frontliners, sometimes there could be a situation where no functional department wants to own them. What are the other challenges? Forget that People forget that the customer service is the only factor that could differentiate your product from any other competitive products. People forget that. So over a period of it is taken for granted. Hey, it's there. Customer service is there. So I'm here today to actually talk about people who are helping us. Now, take me as a customer. From the morning, there was a courier guy at my doorstep. I took the courier. The postman was there. Then I had to speak to my bank because there was a issue with the payment, a credit card payment that I made. It was not appearing. I didn't get my SMS, so I had to eventually call. So I think there were about good 4 to 5 instances that I had to speak to somebody of those great professionals who are out there more than happy to help us. But what are we doing about it? Are we doing enough? Is the question. So I want to challenge the organizations, their top management, about looking after the employees, their well being. Are you doing enough? Because this is the uh, customer care week. This is the week dedicated to customer service. But then it is not about giving a better service to the customers. It is always the case. But it is about looking after those who are providing that service. Yeah. So, what do companies generally do? Of course, they make sure they do time to time trainings, motivational programs to boost the morale and the teamwork of customer service executives. I mean, we know that. They reward employees for the significant work they do. Even when we go to the supermarket, we see, okay, the employee of the month. We all see the person. There is awareness of the value of customer service. Of course, you might forget the fundamentals. Yeah. Thank other departments for their support. These are what companies do generally. Remind those who buy your product or use your service of the company's commitment to customer satisfaction. Somebody is going to come and buy from you, and then uh, if you really look at, if you don't make the customer happy, customer is going to walk away. So Neil has appointed the success of most American corporations, especially Fortune 500 companies, are because of excellent customer care. Yeah, you are sitting over there in the Canada side of the world, and you know it. That's the only differentiator. Any product feature could be copied, but uh, the customer service cannot be easily copied. So we have Priyanka Raponso. Most of organization not separated as customer service department, but almost every employee is giving kind of customer service. Yeah, that's the ideal situation, Priyanka. I think, as I told you, everybody is a salesman, everybody is a service executive. Ideally, that has to be the mentality, that has to be the attitude of the organization. But we do have specialized people. Let's say take a call center. Everybody can't be in the call center. So call center executives, what do? They are the frontliners. They take the first hit even if the customer is angry. And so our question is about, it's the customer service week. Are we doing enough to look after the people who are looking after the organization? So then what else? So you celebrate for 1 week and forget about the customer service agents? You celebrate for 1 week, like it's like the Father's Day, the Mother's Day, Teachers Day, the Children's Day, the Climate Change Day. You celebrate for one day. Luckily, this is a week, and then you forget. So I think customer service should be celebrated by us, the customers. That's my opinion about customer service. Customer service should be celebrated by us, the customers. And then think about the other people. Like we say, hey, look, you are the manager, it is your responsibility. You are the managing director, it is your responsibility. Yes, because they are working there. But then I think, how many times we go out and celebrate a great customer care? Just go to social media and see how many posts, how many pieces of content do you see someone appreciating great customer care. But the moment they make a mistake, we go to social media. I don't do that. I never do that. I always deal with the management and solve it. But many would, switch on their live, maybe Facebook Live or whatever, and then they will share their experience, bad experience with the whole world. But how about sharing that great experience that you have? Yeah. So ask that question. So before I go to the rest of the work, I want to test my giveaway tool, and then I have as I told you, my younger son, who is Netila, who runs a academy to teach entrepreneurship, has a business partner. So that business partner is sponsoring uh, an ice cream pack for a family of 5. So I'm going to run this little fun activity. Don't worry, you don't feel bad. Oh my God, how can I do this? But this is great. If you are unable to go, all what you do is you pass that voucher to someone else, and somebody will, someone who has kids, uh, they will go and enjoy the the ice cream. So what I'm going to do is, I want you to type, the brand of ice cream is Akinra. You can see the letters here, the word. I want you to type in the comments hashtag Akinra. That's the brand of the ice cream. And my tool is going to pick all those who have typed the word Akinra, and then the tool is going to randomly pick someone. It's fun. Okay, it's definitely fun. I used to do this with books. Every week I used to give a book. Unfortunately, I don't have my friend who is supporting me these days. He's outside Sri Lanka running his business. Of course, they are here. So we couldn't do that for a long time. So my son's business partner said, "Hey, Amit, if you want to give away an ice cream pack for 5 people, you want to do some fun activity, let's do it." So I hope you could type hashtag Akinra uh, in the comments. I still don't see anyone typing. It's okay, don't worry. This is purely for fun, nothing serious. Yeah, even Neil, you could type hashtag Akinra. So you could pass that voucher to someone else. Somebody is going to go there and have ice cream just for fun, purely for fun. Pass it to somebody, someone in your office, maybe your office assistant, someone in your department. Just pass it to somebody. Someone is going to have ice cream and say, "Hey, Amita, thank you very much." You know, let's see. I haven't seen anyone typing hashtag Akinra. Priyankara, why don't you type? If it was a book, yeah, I think everybody would type. Okay, I'll run the tool and see. Hi, Bojit. Just type hashtag Akinra only because the tool can pick the word. So that's for fun. While I'm doing that, let me talk about the rest of the areas related to uh, the customer service week. Now, we believe that customer service has to be recognized only if it is coming from a professional organization. Professional customer care only. So there are other services we take for granted. Let me name them. What about the courier guy who brings you a courier? It could be a letter, it could be a little box. You have ordered a pen or an electronic gadget, and here comes the guy. What do you think is he doing? You don't even know. Neil, we are not going to deliver it to Vancouver. What you are going to do is you are going to pass that voucher. You are going to give me the details and pass it to someone else in your family circle, friend circle here in Sri Lanka. They are going to pass it to somebody. It doesn't matter who gets it. Yeah, just for fun. So coming back to the point, let's say we have all these courier guys. We don't sometimes even know where they belong. Yeah. Uh, okay. Priyankara says, Akindra is not my favorite ice cream. I know. That's why you can pass it to someone. And then you have not tasted them. They are organic. You have 60 varieties of ice cream. That includes Varaka ice cream to you name it. uh, you see, Bojit, you can see the letters on my slide. It's just near my finger. You have the letters over here. So let's come back to my original discussion. My question was, so we believe that those who provide us with professional customer service are to be recognized. What about the courier guy? The courier guy who comes to your doorstep. Maybe he's not coming from a famous, popular, branded, large organization. Innocent fellow is working for a small organization. So we take it for granted. Yeah, it's just a courier guy. What about their service? I think we should recognize their service. Yeah. What about the postman? Someone who never fails. Any government department could fail, but not the postman. He'll make sure that your letters are delivered by 11 o'clock in the morning, no matter what, rain or shine. But when have we really appreciated that? When have we given him a cup of tea, an umbrella for him to keep? No, we take them for granted. Think about that bus conductor. You get into this crowded bus. Very rarely we appreciate the fellow, and we'll always find faults with him. The man, the guy who fix your tire when you go to the tire shop. Of course, you may tip him, give him some extra buck, yeah, and you will say thank you, bro. That's it. When have you taken a photo of the guy, posted in Facebook, and say, hey, this guy was giving me an extraordinary service. He did it in 2 minutes. Very rarely. We take it for granted, right? So it is time to think, uh, you know, is it how we are going to do it? This is Customer Service Week 2022, and next year there will be another one. Yeah. And then the garbage collector. Again, probably it's government. No matter what, he'll come on that exact day and then picks your garbage. The garbage collector. When have we recognized them? Okay, maybe individually you would have, given him a tip or said good morning. Yeah. Yeah, Priyankara, thank you very much. How about the traffic policeman? Yeah, we really appreciate the fellow. Rain or shine, he would be there. Yeah. So here we have Chandika typed it as hashtag Akinra for others to see. Why don't all of you do? Yeah, and if you get the voucher, give it to somebody else, or you go and I mean, I'm sure if you go there, you will eat Akinra forever because it's natural, it's organic, all that. So coming back to our topic, the school van driver. If your kids are going to school, the school bus driver, other than paying the fellow the monthly fee, when have we uh, gone and taken that extra step to appreciate the person? I'm not saying that no, but then have you done it? Yeah. So if not, it's time. Uh, it's time that we go there and do it. This is Customer Service Week 2022, right? So let's not limit it to a week, but then if we can all go out and do it starting from this week to appreciate all those who help us, who offer those unconditional support just because we are a customer, right? So my recommendation: empathy, compassion. Appreciate, appreciate, appreciate. It does not cost you anything. So let me run the ice cream tool. I would like to call it ice cream tool, right? So here I go to the tool. Here I'm running it. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Running the tool. Doing it for the first time. Fun for me as well. Okay, okay. I have a winner. It's Chandika Jayashan. The tool has picked up you. Uh, all what you have to do is at the end of the session, you inbox. Please uh, inbox your details to me. I'll make sure that you get the voucher. If you are unable to go, please send someone else, somebody who loves ice cream. So we have Ranjit. True what you are saying. I'm a sales and marketing person by profession, but plays a vital role of a customer care service provider as well. And in general, we don't get the same recognition and appreciation like the other departments. I'm fortunate enough to work with a multinational organization where our efforts are highlighted and appreciated. Exactly. Not every organization has the culture to recognize customer service professionals. Otherwise, what happens is, they become nobody's department. So, uh, Bojit, you are one of those lucky ones. Yeah, not everyone is lucky like you. Um okay. Uh, So, with that, my session is coming to an end today. I know I didn't run it for 1 hour, but it's good 35 minutes we have run. So, today we talked about celebrating service, Customer Service Week 2022. Globally, in more than 60 countries, they celebrated this last year. So, I'm sure there are more countries, more organizations are celebrating. So my message to the world out here is like, okay, let the management, let the organization do whatever they want. But we as customers, maybe you are working for somebody, but then the moment you walk out of that organization and go to the market, you are a customer. So we as customers, let's appreciate what the customer service executives are doing, what the customer service professionals are doing. That's our job, that's our duty. Let's celebrate service, let's celebrate those people who provide services as well. Wherever possible, if you ever see a great customer service, let's go and tell the world. If you ever come across a bad customer service, let's go back to them and advise them individually, personally. But whenever you see a great customer service, let's go and celebrate it out there. Put it on social media, celebrate, talk about it. Come back to your organization, come to your family and talk about it. Hey, I received a great customer service today by that organization, by that individual. So, with that, I would like to conclude today's today's session. It's episode number 78, Celebrate Service, Customer Service Week 2022. And I wish you a great customer service week. And I expect all of you to receive the best customer care in the world. Thank you very much and good night.